Now that we've covered some of the things that could go wrong, some of the ways that you can compensate for things that might go wrong, let's talk about how to make sure things that go right. Timeliness and responsibility are key to dependability at QOSIL. In timeliness, it boils down to a set of very good and consistent habits that lead to positive outcomes. I'll go over a couple of them, but by no means whatsoever is this the entire bulk of what it means to be timely and responsible. Many people will have their own systems, and you should use them. However, you shouldn't be so stuck on your system that you can't make positive adjustments when necessary in order to deliver in a timely fashion. Number one, we'll go through this more in a different section when it comes to working with QOSIL. But planning out your work is highly significant and important. At QOSIL, we definitively utilize work management systems to manage all of our work. Those systems are very flexible in their ability to give you the types of views and methods you need to plan your work. You should utilize those. And whenever you fall short, instead of resulting down to just a sheet of paper or something else, utilize the system in order to create the kind of view that you need on your tablet, your phone, your computer, so that you can keep your plan according and in alignment with the overall plan of QOSIL. Very important to plan collectively. Also, we've covered this earlier, but the significance of doing meeting planning is that we plan out our meetings. A huge suggestion, it was given to me quite some time ago, is to plan out everything on your calendar. I'm not telling you plan the day when you or the time when you put your child to bed, but block out that time. If you're going to be off hours for a certain period of time, then block it on your calendar. Set work time on your calendar so that there's actual time to work where people won't interrupt you with meetings. Utilize these tools so that you can plan yourself better. Time box your tasks. Like I said, we'll go over this more when we talk about our golden standard and our different Scrum and Agile processes. But part of it is estimation. It is always significant and important to estimate how long you believe it'll take you to do something so that you can coordinate it appropriately. When necessary, we also ask you to take breaks. You know, a lot of people believe that getting things done sometimes is just hammering yourself until you are just completely tuckered out. That's not the case. As we've said in previous sections, you should take a break. You should take the time to refresh your mind and your body so that every time you put into work, you are full ahead, full steam ahead, full levels of work ethic, and completely focused on getting things done. The last is to be proactive. I can't underestimate this. I can't understate it. There's nothing that is more significant for the people at QOSIL than to be proactive. I'd like to, if you don't mind, take a little bit more out to explain this more. Look, at QOSIL, we have standards of doing work. We have process and procedures. The primary reason for all of this is so that you know what needs to be done. More importantly, you know the outcomes that are desired of you. Once you know that outcome and you are within our budgetary limits and the overall structure of your job, be proactive. Take the initiative to get things done. The old saying goes that it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. In a lot of cases, that can be true at QOSIL. We value independent initiative and people being proactive. One of the greatest ways to deliver on time is not to allow your superiors to be bottlenecks. What is a bottleneck? A bottleneck is like a Coca-Cola bottle. Basically, it's where you take something large and then you deduce it down to something small before it can come out and reach its potential or its outcome. Don't allow myself as the leader or any other manager or director to be a bottleneck to your work. Understand clearly the outcome, understand the parameters of getting the work done, the budget parameters, other resource parameters, and once you know it, do it. It's never acceptable in QOSIL to say, I didn't get it done because I didn't have time to ask you this little thing or thing when it was clear to you what needed to be done. So be proactive, manage your time well within our systems, and take certain consistent habits in getting work done in order to be timely and responsible for everything you take on at QOSIL.